Hey John, what if you smoked 100 cigarettes a day?
That's a crazy thought. Let's see what would happen.
Imagine lighting your first cigarette of the day, then 99 more to go. Every inhale fills your lungs with smoke, toxins, and temporary satisfaction. But what if you smoked 100 cigarettes every single day? Would your body adapt, collapse, or simply burn out like ash in the wind? To understand that, we need to look inside what one cigarette actually does. Each stick contains over 7,000 chemicals, 70 known to cause cancer. Among them, nicotine, tar, carbon monoxide, and formaldehyde led the toxic parade. Now imagine multiplying those doses by 100 every day without a break. Your lungs would turn into chemical filters, coated with layers of black tar. Oxygen exchange would slow. Your blood would thicken like syrup struggling to flow. Within hours, your heartbeat would race just to keep oxygen reaching your brain. But your brain would crave more nicotine, creating an endless hunger loop. That's because nicotine hijacks your reward system. It mimics dopamine's pleasure signal. Smoking one cigarette triggers calm. Smoking 100 makes pleasure your prison. Your brain begins to measure peace only through smoke clouds and burnt taste. Even sleep becomes an interruption to your addiction cycle, not relief from it. Now visualize your lungs after a month of this brutal marathon. Inside, millions of alveoli collapse, those tiny air balloons that exchange oxygen. Tar glues them shut. Breathing feels like dragging air through wet cloth. Each morning, cough becomes a desperate attempt to clear what can't be cleared. The smoke doesn't stop at lungs. It invades every organ silently. Carbon monoxide bonds with hemoglobin, stealing oxygen meant for your muscles. Your fingers grow yellow, your teeth stain brown, your breath carries a constant burn. The smell seeps into your clothes, hair, and even the walls around you. After just 1 week, your body's immune system begins to surrender. Wounds take longer to heal. White blood cells slow down like tired soldiers. Bacteria and viruses find open doors. Your resistance fades like dying embers, and yet, your brain still whispers, just one more won't hurt. By the second month, your cardiovascular system enters emergency mode. Arteries stiffen as fat and tar particles line their inner walls. Blood pressure spikes, heart muscles weaken, and your risk of stroke doubles daily. Smoking 100 cigarettes means your heart never truly rests between puffs. You'd begin to feel dizzy even while sitting. Not from nicotine rush, but oxygen loss. Every breath becomes shorter, sharper, more mechanical. A struggle, not a reflex. Walking 10 steps would feel like climbing a mountain with stones in your chest. Your voice deepens. Your cough thickens. Your mornings start with metallic taste. Then comes the long-term betrayal. Your DNA starts to mutate. Smoking releases free radicals that attack your genetic code like silent assassins. Each damaged cell increases your cancer risk: lung, throat, mouth, pancreas, bladder. By 1 year, your chance of lung cancer rises more than 500%. You might think your body could adapt, but biology doesn't bargain with poison. The liver, kidneys, and heart work overtime, flushing toxins they can't remove. Eventually, organs scar. Filtering systems collapse under the constant chemical storm. The body that once protected you starts turning against itself from exhaustion. Your skin tells the story first. Wrinkles deepen, blood flow fades to gray. Collagen breaks down. Even your fingertips wrinkle like old paper. The mirror becomes an enemy, reflecting the decay of slow combustion. It's not just aging, it's oxidation happening faster than time itself. But let's look deeper. What happens inside your mind? Nicotine dependency creates false calm but real chaos when deprived. Anxiety, irritability, and restlessness grow between each cigarette like wildfire. You smoke not for joy anymore, but to stop feeling terrible. At 100 cigarettes, the cycle becomes relentless. You light to feel normal. Concentration drops, sleep quality crashes, dreams vanish behind a nicotine fog. Your senses dull. Food loses flavor, smell fades, life's sharpness blurs. What remains is dependency dressed as comfort, addiction disguised as relief. Scientists compare heavy smoking to slow self-suffocation by design. Every breath trades oxygen for toxins. Every puff shortens another heartbeat. The body fights bravely, but the smoke always wins the next round. It's a war where lungs become the battlefield and breath is the casualty. After a few years, the consequences become permanent. Chronic bronchitis and COPD. Mucus fills your chest daily. Even talking leaves you gasping for air. The sound of your breathing turns into a constant wheeze, like a broken whistle. The lungs can no longer inflate fully. They're scarred, stiff, and shrinking. Meanwhile, your heart struggles to push blood through narrowed veins. Each puff increases clotting risk. One clot can end everything in seconds. You could survive cancer, yet die from a sudden stroke at breakfast. Death comes quietly, not with pain, but with exhaustion and surrender, and yet millions still smoke, chasing calm through controlled destruction. Nicotine tricks them into thinking they're choosing, but it's the addiction choosing them. The cigarette isn't freedom. It's a chain made of ash and chemicals. The cost isn't money. It's minutes of life burned one puff at a time. But there's a reason the brain keeps asking for more. Habit feels safe. The ritual of lighting, inhaling, exhaling becomes a familiar dance of denial. It offers control in a world of chaos, even if that control kills slowly. To break it, you'd have to face the silent cigarettes once filled. Quitting after 100 cigarettes a day feels impossible, but it isn't. Within 20 minutes, your heart rate drops. Within days, carbon monoxide clears. In months, lung function improves, taste returns, and your skin glows again. Every cell starts rebuilding like a city rising from smoke and ruin. The human body is forgiving, but only if you give it the chance. Even lungs scarred by years of smoke can heal partially over time. Blood oxygen rises, risk of heart disease falls, and life begins tasting fresh again. Recovery doesn't erase damage, but it restores the ability to feel alive. Imagine waking up one day breathing clean air. No wheeze, no burn, no cough. The world would smell different, food richer, colors brighter than you remember. You'd realize that oxygen has flavor, the taste of survival and clarity. That's what freedom actually smells like, and not smoke, but life itself. So what if you smoked 100 cigarettes every single day? You'd accelerate your own decay while thinking you were managing stress. You'd feed an addiction that pretends to comfort while cutting years from your life. It's not just suicide. It's surrender in slow motion. But what if instead you quit? Even after years of heavy smoking. Within hours, healing starts, lungs whispering thank you through easier breaths. Your body never forgets damage, but it rewards every moment without poison. Life rushes back into the places where smoke once lived. Because the real what if isn't about cigarettes, it's about choices. Every inhale can be destruction or recovery, depending on your next breath. You don't need another pack to feel alive. You just need clean air. Freedom begins not with the last puff, but with the first refusal. So light your willpower, not another cigarette. Let your lungs remember what real air feels like again. Let your body recover from years of war you never meant to fight. Because peace isn't found in smoke. It's found in silence after quitting. You have one body, one heart, one set of lungs. Protect them fiercely. Every cigarette avoided is a victory your future self will thank you for. You don't need nicotine to survive. You need courage to stop. And courage is stronger than addiction if you feed it every single day. So what if you took your last puff today and never looked back? Subscribe to What If Bro, where imagination meets reality and every story breathes life.